Welcome to Sarah Overbooked. I am Sarah, and today I'm doing another episode of Not So Recent Reads. These are going to be probably about 10 books that I've read a while ago. I believe most of these are June and July, and they just never got put into a video before, so I'm doing them, just compiling them together and doing videos so that I can get reviews out of every book that I've read this year. The first one I'm gonna do is Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is one of those books that I heard so many people saying how good it was, and they just really liked it and everybody should read it. Even though I knew it was a romance at the base of it, I went in with high expectations because of everything that I heard, and ultimately was disappointed. It was a decent read. I just didn't find it memorable or exciting or better than an average read. This is the story of an ancient vampire. Basically, it's the story of his family. The vampire in the book is actually never named, but some of the synopsis and even actually on the back of the book here, it does call out Dracula. The story of Constanta's life as his wife. It's written in her point of view, and it's basically the story from her inoculation into the undead life all the way through to her life after he is gone, after he has been killed. Most vampire stories are actually based, are basic romances, but this is a story of a very dysfunctional and abusive relationship. And it really didn't elevate from that. It was just basically a story of a dysfunctional and abusive relationship. And it, in my opinion, is just plain flat average. Didn't hate it, didn't like it. Was basically let down by the high expectations I went in to the book looking for. The next book I'm going to review is Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. This one is actually just coming out this month, I believe. This is the story about the house. It is the most exclusive sorority on campus. All the members are both beautiful and successful. Nina, a sophomore, is looking to become a member, and Sloane, a professor at the college, is returning to work after having her first child and becoming an advisor for the house. These are the two that we are following throughout the story. We follow along with both of them as they navigate through being introduced to the inner workings of the sorority and follow through the first semester of them within it and its ritualistic history. This is a story about wanting and the ends that some people may go to have it all, everything that they want. Definitely a feminist-based story, and it's not meant to be taken too seriously. The characters are going to the extreme in one way or another, either in what they want and or what they will do to get what they want. I've never really read anything like this before, though I have not read many horror satires, but I did enjoy this book and I would recommend reading this one. And the next book I'm going to review is a classic, Philip K. Dick's A Scanner Darkly. This book had some good parts and it had some not so good parts. The story itself was interesting. It's about a cop who, while in the line of duty, becomes a drug addict on substance D, which is the big drug at the time, and it causes alterations in the brain, essentially splitting the two sides of the brain so that they don't know what each side is doing. This effect causes the officer to be both the cop and the drug addict slash dealer that is his undercover persona in the book. The not so good parts were that some of the scenes just dragged on. They were a little long-winded, could definitely have been cut down and streamlined a little bit, but all said and done, that's kind of a petty complaint. This is not the best Philip K. Dick book that I've read, but it's definitely also not the worst PKD book that I've read. This one kind of falls somewhere in the middle, but I would also recommend this one also. Too many alsos. And so the next book I am going to review is Earthdivers Volume 3, 1776. I did reviews of the first two, and it's a trilogy, so this is the last in the series so far. Written by Stephen Graham Jones and illustrated by David, I'll just put his name up here, I cannot pronounce that and I don't want to butcher it. So Volume 3, the first two plots of going back in time and killing somebody to change the future and save the world have had little effect on the overall of what this band of people are trying to do. So one of them takes it on themselves to go back in time to America in Philadelphia, 1776, and try to change the signing of the Constitution, the wording of the Constitution, the writing of the Constitution, basically. So this is a basic go back in time plot to kill someone in history to change the future storyline. And in this third volume, the plan is to infiltrate the Founding Fathers and change the Declaration of Independence. But, of course, things go wrong. Old story, new twists, good art, quick read, and I had a good time with them. It's a good, quick science fiction graphic novel, if you're looking for one. And there's only 3 of them, so you can read all 3 of them rather quickly. And the next 5 books I'm going to review is a series, another graphic novel series, Heartstopper. A lot of people have read this, a lot of people have loved this, all 5 series. I liked 2 of them a ton. I really enjoyed 2 of them. The other 3 were just filler. But started off that I finally found a book, graphic novel, that has a tag of romance, the 10th tag in line, that I actually gave 5 stars to. That was the first volume and the 4th volume. But to be fair, Volume 4 was more about mental health than anything else, and Volume 4 was also my favorite in the whole series. Volume 1 got 5 stars because it was just cute. I closed it, I went, oh, that was cute. It made me feel good. It got 5 stars. In case you don't know, most people do. This series follows Charlie and Nick through 2 years of their lives as they meet, fall in love, and grow their relationship. And that's pretty much it. Their friends are introduced and interwoven in the story, but that's basically what the books are. The first one was cute. The 4th one was great. Again, about mental health issues. And the rest, they were just filler, in my opinion. I could have done without them. But I don't particularly like romance. And that's basically the main crust of the story is their romance. So if you factor that in, I would recommend reading these if you're looking for something quick, cute, fun, and you like romance. And the next book I'm going to review is The Expanse, Volume 1, Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. So, I've already discussed this. I have a problem that if I hear a book, movie, etc. is hyped up so much that when I get to it, the expectations are so high that I am ultimately disappointed in it. If I wait long enough after the main hype is over, my expectations will lower to a normal level, and I have a chance of not being disappointed. So now, 13 years after they're released, I'm reading The Expanse. I haven't seen the show, don't plan on seeing the show, but I am reading the books. So, Volume 1. It was good. It was fast-paced, a bit of mystery, a lot of adventure, a touch of horror, 3 of my favorite genres all rolled up in one. It is a hop-on and go-for-a-ride space opera type of book. The list of the cast of characters was pretty small, making it easy to follow, which is nice and rare for such a long series. The characters were well written, and the 2 mains, Holden and Miller, each having their own tiny arcs that they went through during the book. This book was told by bouncing back and forth from the points of view of Holden and Miller, our 2 mains, and many books that do that, there is one part that is not as interesting as the other or others, but I found that both of these were just as interesting, and I was invested in both points of view and wasn't rushing through to one just to get to the other storyline. The ending, for me, was a bit lackluster. I guess I was expecting more out of it, which in the end, I wanted more from the book, which as a first of the series is a good thing because that's how they keep you reading. I wanted more action, I wanted more chaos, I wanted more vomit zombies. Part of this is probably because of the hype, but after reading the first one, I definitely, absolutely wanted to continue on with the series. It wasn't, oh, I read that, okay, put it off to the side, and I can get to the others later. I actually went on and read more, but we'll get to that later. Okay, well, since my memory is basically full, I have to clear some space off to finish this out. I'm going to stop it here. There will be another not so recent reads video sometime in the future to get the rest of the books that I haven't had videos for. But let me know, have you read any of these books? Did you enjoy any of these books that I have in this video? Did you like them better than me? Are any of them your favorites, or are any of them you're interested in reading now? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you have made it this far, leave a, you know what, just leave a simple triangle in the comments below and I will comment something back. And thanks for stopping, and we'll see you next time.